Hey y'all, it's Morris, out working on our Texas Dawn project. Today Terry's with me. We're out in a little town called Staples. So Staples has got a really kind of interesting or funny story to go with it, so we'll get to that a little bit later. But the town kind of officially got started in May of 1879. That's when they opened up a post office. And at that time, the place was called Staples Store. I'm guessing there was a store there. But the post office wanted to drop store and just became Staples. And then according to the Texas State Historical Association, and that's where we get most of our information on these little towns from, the town had a doctor, a general store, and a beekeeper. I guess they had some good honey there. And then by 1892, population of 125, and they added a wagon maker. Through the years, the population went up and down, and last thing we could find is that in 2000 had a population of 350 people, 2 churches, a barber shop, a beauty shop, and a cafe. So we're pulling up here now in front of Silva's Beauty and Barber Shop. It looks like a combination of the two. Probably the happening spot for everybody to get together here in this little town, sitting out on the bench, trading stories. I do like that little sign they have about come inside, and if you want to get a haircut, I guess they had people just want to sit outside till it was their time, and they decided they better put a sign out there and tell them you had to come on in. But just thought that was a little bit of a humorous sign there. I'm gonna move on and keep on driving and see what else we got here. We're pulling up on this area that has behind their new post office. It looks like it's brand new, actually, but there's a windmill kind of just halfway up off the ground, something different. I'm not sure why it's like that, or if it's supposed to be like that, or broken, or just what, but it is interesting, so I wanted to check that out. Photograph. But there's a cool little story Terry found on the Texas State Historical Association. Let me get here to it. Okay, it talks about, and I'm just going to read part of it because it's just kind of funny the way it's written. The watershed event in Staples history was the goring of Mrs. Tom Anderson by her milk cow in the spring of 1912. While attempting to separate the cow from its newborn calf, 49-year-old Granny Anderson was completely disemboweled by a swift hook of a cow's horn. Hearing an agonizing scream, frantic neighbors rushed to improvise a stretcher, ripping a barn door from its hinges and carrying the gravely injured woman to Dr. Wilbur Young's office, where they laid her on the only available surface, a dining room table. After cleaning the gaping wound with tap water from the system that remained unapproved until 1954, he replaced her intestines, sewed her up, and pronounced her good as dead. Mrs. Anderson carried the scars of the encounter to her grave at age of 105 when she died in April of 1968. She outlived the doctor by more than 2 decades and remained his most famous case. For generations and the one following, events in Staples were timed in relation to Granny Anderson's goring. So that was too good of a story to pass up. So not a whole lot here to shoot, but thought that was a good one. Shot a couple things, so we'll put it in one of our videos, but again, not anything that would be worthy of the long-term book that we're working on. Next, we're heading to, where are we heading, Terry?
Fentress.
Fentress. We're heading to Fentress, Texas. So it's probably about 4 or 5 miles. It's amazing that in this part of Texas, there's just little towns dotted all over the map. Just basically every 4 or 5 miles, it seems like there's another little town. You wonder, why didn't they consolidate more to have a more sustainable city or town that would have more business and more opportunities? So don't know the answer to that one. I just think it's interesting that there are all these little places that have, even still the ones that are in existence have populations 300, 400, 500 people, 5 miles apart. They're just boom, boom, boom. Anyway, it's interesting to see, an interesting question that I don't have an answer to. Well, we got through Fentress and nothing really much there except the sign you saw the one picture of. But we'll keep on checking out these little towns and posting them on YouTube. We really appreciate you guys watching and hope you subscribe if you like them. And anytime you want any information on what we're doing, or if you feel like you have some information that we might be able to use that would help us out, something to go document, please send me a text, 210-825-3755. And as I always say, text me, don't call me. I don't pick up phone calls. But that's it for now. We hope you guys enjoyed the pictures, and look for more of our videos coming up soon.